Hello guys, Loon here. Now let's get to the point right away without missing a second. I get this question a lot in my comments and my messages. People say that when they see more than 2 footsteps close to them, they start getting overwhelmed and then they panic. Now, the reason we panic in a lot of situations is the lack of information, right? What does that mean practically is this. The reason you are getting frustrated and frightened is because you never expose yourself to those situations voluntarily. That means that 99.9% of the times when you get involved in a gunfight against a full team, your first instinct is to run away or to hide. And this instinct gets rewarded because you repeat the same behaviors. Now listen, when I'm around a situation where a full team is around me, it doesn't mean that my intention was to be in that position. Of course, the best thing for me is for them to be, most of the times, as separate as possible. But this is something that most of the times we can't control. If they choose to stick next to each other, it's a great opportunity for me to learn, even though there's a high risk of me losing the fight. And here's the thing, most of you let your ego control you, and your ego can't accept defeat because it's about your pride and your worth, right? So yes, it's normal that you don't want to lose, but defeat has nothing to do with your worth as a player. How are you going to learn to play if defeat is not part of the process? Matter of fact, defeat is the best teacher for you right now. What I mean by that is this. Don't accept defeat as the final outcome. Accept defeat when it happens as the best method for you to learn to not repeat the same mistakes. There's thousands and millions of scenarios in every situation that could go in a different direction. Nothing in this game is promised and nothing is static. There's a flow, there's rotations, there's players making decisions every second. Everything impacts everything. With that being said, listen to me. If you don't want to play solo versus squad, go Cry, go Rebirth Island and play with randoms. Go to maps where fast-paced gunfights happen every minute. You need modes that there's always action close to you. Expose yourself to hotspots. Chase the feeling, don't run away from it. If the way you play all this time doesn't serve you well, protecting it with so much ego and bitterness won't help you grow and learn more. You need to stop playing so slow and passive and be more aggressive. I lost countless fights, and I'm still losing countless fights right now that I'm playing solo versus squad, and that's okay by me. I'm in the process of learning to improve, is part of the game. But hey, I'm learning more and more every day, and that's more than enough for me. I'm correcting my mistakes, and I just hop to the next game, and life goes on. You need to let go of this emotion of embarrassment and this ego that keeps you stuck every time and you freeze in every situation. If your method is just to depend on one class, to get away all the time, or running around the map pointlessly, that won't get you nowhere. Here's a big mistake that I see so many players make all the time. They mistake their camera view for their character skin. In their mind, the camera becomes a target. They think that if they expose their view out there, they become more exposed and vulnerable because they feel visible, and that makes them insecure. What does that mean is this. The joystick controls the character skin. The camera controls your view. That means that the camera is helping you direct your attention and your view in a specific direction so you can make better decisions about every situation. But if you're just hiding around objects and corners every minute, you are losing very important information about your surroundings. If there's footsteps and gunshots around you, you need to find a way to get information about a situation. The first hint, of course, is the sound, but you also need to see what is going on so you can make a decision. The reason why pro players feel comfortable around intense situations is because they view the situation, they make a decision, and then act on it. They don't hesitate in the middle of the fight. And if you expose yourself so many times in those situations, even though it might sound odd to you, the time feels like it's slowing down. In a way, even though the enemy is behind a screen, I can feel inside the game their hesitation and their fear. You can sense their frustration by the way they play. And because I'm moving and making decisions every second with confidence and intention, I feel the time slowing down when I'm encountering enemies. Even in those milliseconds, you can see the time slowing down and you can make decisions in that little space of time. Watch how I play. I learned this by the best players. I'm in their face. Be all over the place. Show your dominance. I'm playing solo. Do you think I'm going to give them space? Do you think I'm going to give them time to rest? Look my camera. Look my screen. I'm all over their business as possible as I can. My camera. My eyes are always in the things I'm chasing. I have a big view of the situation. I'm exposing myself openly to see what is going on. Don't shrink yourself. You are here to dominate, not to win with 10 kills. You want more. You want more than 30 kills. You want more than the average. So go out there and dominate and stop having this victim mentality. Go out there and expose yourself to gunfights in every possible chance you get. How are you going to learn how to fight if you spend time walking around and just looting? You need to fight so many times that you're always running out from bullets. Don't forget to drop a follow if you like the content. Thank you. Stay blessed, everyone. With love, Loon.